Halo. Yang berbahagia, Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan yang dihormati sekalian, saya bagi pihak Chiang TV akan mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Dato' Sri yang sudi mengizinkan menghadir petang ini. Tajuk petang ini kita adalah PRK dengan pilihan rakyat 2008 tahun. For the sake of the time, I'm using English to conduct our section. The first session will be the dialogue between me and Dato' Sri. Then after that, I throw to the floor, let the reporter to raise a question to you. Altogether, the session will take about 1.5 hours. Before I want to start my question, Dato' Sri, I would like to recall a brief history of the UMNO a little bit. You know that the UMNO was formed in 1946, and it was founded by Dato' Onn bin Jaafar. And in the year of 1951, he left UMNO and formed the Independent Party of Malaya. And later on, in 1953, he changed the party name to Parti Negara. And he fight on the multiracial platform. Soon after that, a lot of this one political tussle happened in UMNO. And you were the one, the latest that happened in 1998. Therefore, you inspired me to write a book about the UMNO leadership crisis from the beginning until your time. And also, just only a few months, last year, a few months ago, one of the publications, they asked me to choose 50 personality, which they think that can be our independent for the 50 years. You are the one who occupied one chapter. Well, I regard you as an outstanding star-rising politician during that material time. Okay, now we come to the first question. I would like to put it on you. Yeah, you entered the politics in 1981. That is under Tun Dr. Mahathir when he became the Prime Minister during that time. I would like to know that what made you to join the UMNO? Because during that material time, past also they want to find a good leadership and ask you to lead the past. And later you make your decision you want to join the UMNO. Is that because you are the president of the Amin, you got great influences in the Malay community? Or that because during your student time, that's in 1974, you lead the student campaign and you raised the book of the Bank of Mahathir one, that's the Malay dilemma. Is that because of this thing that the Mahathir want you to join the UMNO, to join the effort with him to fight for the country and the Malay interest as well? I would like you to let us know briefly that what made you to join the UMNO instead of past?
Thank you, Dr. Chia. Let me begin by expressing my profound thanks and gratitude to Chiang, the college, and also TV for giving me this opportunity. And I've always been an educationist, and I rejoice that job better. Given a choice, I would still remain a teacher.
Yeah, I know that part of history.
So now coming back to your question. I was a student activist, yes. I was involved in the ABIM, the Muslim Youth Movement of Malaysia. Issues of corruption, of poverty, national unity, the position of Islam were all debated at that time. But when Mahathir, then Datuk Mahathir, now Tun Dr. Mahathir, invited me to join UMNO, I saw him as a man who was committed to undertake some major reforms in the country. He was for efficiency. He was against corruption. He wants Malaysia and the economy to be propelled upwards. So I saw in him the hope for the country, where the country was not moving into my mind in a progressive, positive direction. This was a time that I was also invited by PAS. Now, although I maintained this close engagement with PAS, and as you know, even with the DAP, because I participated in some of the leadership discussions with the DAP and had excellent relations with Dr. Tan Chee Koon, whom I consider to be like a family friend. But I decided not to opt for PAS because I think growing up in Penang, having this vast experience, or at least exposure to the Malays and Chinese and Indians, and being involved in Muslim youth, with the contact with the Muslim youth movement of Malaysia, the Malaysian Youth Council, with the Muslim youth, Methodist youth, young Christian workers, and Hindu youth. So I thought that my familiarity would still be a more multiracial setup, and through UMNO, then we thought that we could continue with this. This was precisely, I think, the reason, the reform and the suitability in the context of Malaysia.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sri. I would like to put a second question is that, you see, when you join the UMNO, you have a clear horizon in the political career since you joined the UMNO. And then in the year of 1993, you will be nominated as the Deputy President of UMNO. And thereafter, it ended Tun Ghaffar Baba tenure. Was that Mahathir is disturbed by your decision and thereby affected the relationship between you and him?
Well, my fault was I was growing too strong in the UMNO. And it was always dangerous to be a strong number two. It's not my fault as such, but then, you know, I had this, because some of my policy, for example, Mahathir had this penchant for the tallest building in the world, the longest bridge in the world, the biggest city in the world. My penchant was public housing, education, better hospitals and better schools. So it seems to be like working in juxtaposition. But I always reassure him. I said to him, Prime Minister, you don't need to worry. Ellie, you go for the big projects. I go and complement what you do in the rural areas, in schools, in the public domain.
Yeah, I see. Is that you got no choice during that material time? You can decline to be the nominated, then you climb up over that position.
Yeah, of course I have a choice whether to contest against Tun Ghaffar Baba or not. But the general perception is that Tun Ghaffar is a nice man, he is a grassroots politician, but nobody seriously thought that he would be a contender for the prime ministership of the country. So among general grassroots of the UMNO, they thought that a deputy must be trained and have the necessary exposure to be prepared to take over at the right time. I wasn't too aware that the person on top was a bit nervous at that time.
You doesn't know that. Okay. Therefore, it happened that in the year of 1998, you were certainly set by Dr. Mahathir. Is there any chance during that time, any negotiation and any reconciliation before the incident happened?